Okay, I believe we're live. I'm not sure how strong the reception's going to be this morning, and I'm on Highway 270, so I know it's going to be a bumpy ride because this highway is always very, very bumpy with a lot of potholes. So this morning while I'm driving to St. Louis Christian College, I wanted to cover a topic called dysfunctional family roles. I'm taking the dysfunctional part out of the title and just calling it family roles. What these are just understandings or categories of part personality and part upbringing, conditioning of individuals in the family that lead to conflict, that lead to a lot of turmoil in the family. And they're categorized in, five? Yeah, 5 different types of role or person that you find in a family. And I'll list them and then I'll define each one, and we'll see if maybe you fit in one of those categories, or if in your mind mentally you can place your family member, your nuclear family, not your extended, your nuclear family, in one of these categories. So here they are. The first one is the hero. The second one is the scapegoat. The third one is the lost child. And the fourth one is the clown or mascot. So there's 4, not 5. I'm sorry. Hey Rick, nice to see you. So these are... okay. Am I sideways or am I good? Let me know. Okay, so those are the 4. There's the hero, there's the scapegoat, there's the lost child, and there's the clown or mascot. You can use either one. And these are family roles that over time as a family unit, each person finds themselves falling into. It doesn't happen in every family. It might not happen specifically this way. Each individual might have traits and characteristics of maybe multiple of these categories, but I'll go through them and try to think, do I fit one of these, or can I think of which family member fits one of these? Maybe you can think of when you were brought up. So here they are. I'll go through the first one. So there's the hero. Now the hero is the person in the family that is seen as they can never get anything wrong. They are always right. They've won awards. Maybe they have a lot of degrees. They've always been the smartest. The oldest in the family usually takes this role, or maybe the one of the parents might take this role. So they're seen as just this very high in power, can't ever get anything wrong individual in the family. What we don't see on the inside is this fear of failure. Maybe they felt controlled. They've felt controlled over time in their life when they were younger. Hey, Mike. And they have this huge fear of failure or failing. That's the hero. So why would the family play along with that? Why would everybody play along with that? Well, if there's this one individual in the family that's so good, that's so high up, that's awesome, that's kind of placed on a pedestal, then we're going to look to that person for leadership. We're going to look to that person and think, hey, the family's not so bad because look how great this guy is, or this gal is, or this son or daughter are. We're not that bad of a family because look how awesome they are. We can point our energy or point our flaws to them, and they can reflect the family in a very positive, good way. That's why the family plays along with this role. So what we'll see a lot of times, and this is the sheet that I'll upload later, it's just a list of all these with definitions. I'll upload that later to kind of give it as a resource if anybody needs it. But without help, the hero tends to be a workaholic. They might have a lot of physical ailments. They are so devoted to keeping up with this image, or making sure that the family is seen as in this perfectionistic nature, or they're wanting to just crush it at their job, so they're working overtime. So a lot of times that's what you'll see with the heroes, the workaholic. They're a little too controlling. They're not fun to be around. Nobody really wants to be around them that much. So that's the first one. That's the hero. Okay, so think in your mind, am I that? Can I think of someone in my family that is that way? Maybe, maybe not. So the next category after the hero is the scapegoat. Excuse me. The scapegoat is seen as this bad kid or this bad person in the family. They're the black sheep of the family. We point to them and we think something's off about that person in the family. They're not conforming to the house rules. They're not conforming to what's going to be beneficial, what's going to be right or good. They're doing things their own way. They're doing things maybe in a way that's going to get them in trouble, and it's problematic. So what do we see on the inside? What's on the inside of, or not on the inside, what's underneath all this? We see hurt, we see rejection, we see pain. The individual might have felt a lot of ostracization, so like they felt ostracized or cast out when they were younger, maybe even when they're older, or at work, or socially, or at school. So they feel that hurt, pain, and rejection, and so they take on this identity of the scapegoat. They take on this identity as the black sheep, or the person that's not so good. So why does the family even play along, or quote unquote allow, or are okay with the scapegoat taking on that identity? So opposite of the hero, the family gets to point to the scapegoat and say, all our flaws, or we are so bad because of you. The reason there's problems in my life, the reason why I have stress, the reasons behind all this turmoil is because of you. And so if we can point that energy towards somebody like the scapegoat, and we know that they're already bad, then they can take it. They can wear that mask. They can even flaunt that mask, and they can be okay with it. And we feel, as the family, feel okay with it. We might not like that they're the scapegoat. We might not like it, but we go around and we tell people, oh yeah, Johnny, did X, Y, and Z, and I can't believe he did that, and we're really trying, and please pray for him. It allows you to cast that negative energy towards someone. So opposite of the hero, where the hero, we're casting that positive energy towards them, with the scapegoat, it's that negative energy. So what do we see with the scapegoat? What are some characteristics if they don't, change their ways, or if they don't seek help, or if the family doesn't rally around them, or kind of kick out of that feedback loop, or that family system? The scapegoat is going to continue to get in trouble, whether it's legal or in future relationships. They're going to carry that into future relationships. They're going to have problems at various job positions. They might be promiscuous, constantly getting tickets. You'll see a repetitive pattern of that personality, or of that dysfunctional family role. Okay, so again, think in your mind, was I the scapegoat? Did I find a pattern of that? Was I resistant to authority in a very, large way? Did I get in trouble in law? Is there someone in the family that we push or download all our negative family traits to? All right, so we've gone through the hero. Hey, Rick, it's nice to see you. We've gone through the hero. We've gone through the scapegoat. Now the third one is the lost child. A lot of times this is the middle-aged child, or maybe the younger child, more so the middle-aged child. Sometimes a more timid parent figure might be the lost child growing up, and so they carry that onto the parenting style. The lost child is the lost child is the individual that is quiet. They don't really talk a whole lot. They might be ignored. They love animals. They're very artistic. They love art. They love to be creative. So that's what you see on the inside. On the outside, what you don't see on the inside is they hold a lot of frozen feelings. They tend to be very lonely. They can't express themselves very well. There's this type of mental block that's latched on to their identity, to their feelings, to their expressive nature. So why does the family play along, or how do they play along with the lost child? So this is a very interesting dynamic because it plays off of the scapegoat. The idea of why the family plays along is that, hey, at least we don't have to worry about this one. We've got the hero, we've got the scapegoat. There's a lot of drama revolving, a lot of energy revolving around that. So at least we don't have to worry about this child, the more quiet one, or the more quiet parent, or the timid parent. They just go about their own business. So it's kind of a stress reliever. It's kind of an energy that puts us at peace. Here's a family member we don't really have to think about, we don't really have to devote a lot of time or energy to. So over time, if that family role is not worked through, what happens is they develop, that individual begins to not be able to share to an extent where they never share opinions, whether it's in the workplace or with family or at church. They just, they keep it all in, and they don't feel like they're needed. And over time, it might even result in kind of a shortened lifespan, because you start getting into these mental processes of, well, why am I even needed? Why, if I don't have an opinion, what meaning is there? What purpose is there? So that's the lost child, the one that tends to be ignored or quiet. I'm here at the college, at St. Louis Christian College, just pulled in, just in time. So I'll go over the last one, which is the clown or the mascot. And again, I'll share this with you guys. I'll upload the resource that I use that covers all these, so you don't have to watch the whole video. You can just go down and read through it. So the last one is the clown or the mascot. The clown or the mascot, they're funny, they're hysterical. Sometimes they're seen as maybe immature, or they'll do anything for a laugh. They're the one that's going to break the ice with the family. If there's a lot of energy in the room or tension, they will throw in a joke or put out a silly phrase. You know, you might be that person. A lot of times we use humor, we use sarcasm, but this person does it a little over the top, too much, and it might seem a little awkward sometimes. So what you don't see, what's on the inside or underneath the clown or mascot, is that they're hiding pain with humor. They're scared, they might feel inadequate, and so in order to get over that inadequacy, they are drawing to something more powerful, something that a lot of people connect to, which is humor, being funny or laughing. So that's what you don't see. That's what's underneath the clown or the mascot. The family plays along because the clown or mascot, they bring a comedic relief to the family. They help the family avoid certain issues. So as long as this family member is funny and breaks the ice all the time and is awkward, we don't have to deal with family problems. We might scratch the surface of them, but we don't really have to dive in any deeper, because we know they're going to keep us surface level. And if they continue to do that over time, what happens is that they'll continue to build up pain. They'll let others tell them what to do too much. They become too much of a follower. They never really tend to grow up. A piece of them that's strong is that they're able to kind of adapt to any room and uplift spirits, but they always get stuck in that kind of superficial place in the family. So again, with these family roles, maybe your family fits these to a T. Maybe these family roles cause problems. Maybe they work perfectly together. Maybe they are not needed anymore. Maybe they are needed at this time in your life. Perhaps you find characteristics or traits of one category or another, or multiple of them, not just one, right? So it could be many different versions of this. And the point behind this is to reflect and to see, hey, do we need this role anymore? Or is it just something that's been conditioned and we've stuck to it? Do we need these roles now, or is it just something, when I was 3 to 6 years old, my parents kind of told me no to something, and so I felt like the lost child, like I was ignored, but now I'm grown out of it and my personality has changed. So you reflect and you see how many feedback loops in this family system still exist, and how many can we shake up and change. By negative feedback loops, I mean things that the family does, patterns that the family has fallen into that maybe aren't needed anymore. Maybe you've grown out of. Maybe it's time to rethink or restructure the family roles that have existed into something different. When does this usually happen? This happens right around when a child goes into high school. This happens right around the time when a family starts to empty nest, so everyone goes off to college. This happens around the time when someone might lose a spouse or lose a family member. This might happen when someone develops an addictive behavior in the family and needs extra help, extra aid. Now everyone has to kind of revolve around the family. So these roles, they tend to change, but do you know what they are? Do you know if you fit them? Do you know if your family fits them? So again, I will try to post this by the end of the day, or maybe even sooner. So let me know down below which one you feel like you fit. Are you the hero, the scapegoat, the lost child, or the clown or mascot? And I'll post that that resource down below. Have a good one. I'm about to go teach abnormal psychology. If you haven't heard of St. Louis Christian College, I urge you to go and find them online. They offer a lot of great stuff. Have a good day.